Bring up the snare. Welcome everybody. It's Crisis 19, aka Mark. Welcome. Coming to you live. Coming to you live with no sponsor, no nothing like that. Just myself. Spectrum Internet, computer. You're here. I'm there. Let's get on with this. Now, the last couple months, last year or two, I've been talking about GameStop as a whole. 2 or 3 years lifespan. It may be a lot less than that. Maybe even quarters, days, weeks, minutes, maybe seconds. Who knows? Hell, who knows, right? Who the hell knows? You know what? Um, sorry, damn freaking antivirus crap popped up here. Anyway, though, sorry. Now, given this whole thing, now discussing what I'm talking about, it's nothing that's not uncommon knowledge with GameStop, but people who know GameStop at all. Unless I know it's been living under a rock for the last, I don't know, couple years or so, or just don't give a damn about GameStop at all, or don't play games, and why you watching my channel if you don't care about games. But anyway, though, okay, I digress, right? Okay, now let's get into this. Now, Crisis, you probably think Crisis, what the hell you talking about? Now, it's not one of my, normal rambles or no rabbit trail rants. This is something that's very interesting. Polygon, of course, Camelot 51, and Rich Future USA had a podcast with him a couple days ago discussing the assistant managers, more of them are being let go. But being let go and letting go of team members who have been around the company for 10 to 15 years, making over a certain amount of money. 15, let's say $15, $16 an hour, example. Um, just like what happened with Lowe's and Home Depot, and even Walmart, for example, when they changed their structuring. But unlike Lowe's, Home Depot, and Walmart, GameStop has been going downhill since the later half of 2017 all the way to 2018, 2019, and now 2020. They have not been the very resourceful company that they should have been. What I mean by that is, it's not saying that it hasn't been foretold. It's been foretold. What I mean is, though, they're firing district managers been in the company for a long period of time, some decades, some multiple decades, 20 years plus. And they're forcing their new district managers, DMs, to cover probably even greater more area than before. So think about it. So you see you have 20 district managers, all over, the United States. For example, here, I'm trying to draw a picture here. We have of the United States, because it's a very bad drawing of the United States. And let's say that you are one of the district managers in charge of this area. This is a crude drawing in the United States. I apologize. And every state, blah, 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 blah. Every state's all in there. District managers in Maine, Florida, Midwest, all over the place. Let's say you have 20, you get 60 of them. They got rid of 56, cut them out. So the rest of them had to run around, say it was 56, say let's make it 100. You got rid of 50 of them, and they have 50 left. And let's say you decided after that to get rid of another 10 more. You got 40 left, hypothetically here. Let's say now you have end of 20 left for a company that had almost 2,000 stores almost. Single-handedly, you're closing down stores too as well. So you're laying off a bunch of people. You're firing people for no severance package. It has happened before. Camelot has talked to you about that, and even even I asked people on Facebook, who worked at GameStop, and they told me too as well that it has happened. I don't know these people, mostly Messenger and stuff. They seek me out. I'm not as in the know as Camelot is, or Fantavision, or even Rich. I'm not in the know like they are, and that's fine. That's their business. They work there. I have not. But what I got from people who work at GameStop or GameStop now and worked at GameStop in the past is that the company is hemorrhaging money left and right. They have an artery got cut, called the carotid artery for GameStop, which is bleed hemorrhaging money. Then GameStop shoots himself in the foot, then gonna blow its brains out at the same time. So essentially, GameStop is killing itself with an artery cut, main shooting out money, blowing its brains out, but also shots over the foot first. So essentially, they're trying any way they can, and the stock went from like $50, $60, but maybe 5 years ago to $3.70 now being traded. It's so bad that the Dow Jones, that the Nasdaq, may even, de destock job, you call it, deactivate their stock exchange, their their market. So it means that'll totally kill them anyway. And GameStop be dead in the water. They're so close to being, de demonetized in a way of stock trading that at $3.70 or 7 cents, you get five, $10. I guarantee you those guys probably bail out in $5, $10 probably. Some will bail out in $10, $5. All of them probably bail out $10. The corporate parachute guys, with the gold and bronze and platinum parachutes. The rest people will literally be going down with the ship, fleas. I mean, but now they're trying to do what they call they call it some kind of weird thing called what they're doing is like something like something like the final act. You know, they have a team of corporate people going through 10 years of people's careers at GameStop. If you've been there 15 years and you make $18 an hour, they're going to go through a fine tooth comb the first day you started to now and find anything wrong. Well, you did this issue with it, you mispunched, and they can fire you for that. Because most states, like Tennessee, have right to work state, means they can fire you if they see fit to do so. But what making it hard is for GameStop is people is GameStop is firing them. Means you get no severance package. You might get unemployment, but even then, it may not even be paid. They can say you stole or something unsafe, maybe that will disqualify you from workers from getting unemployment, and that's illegal if it didn't happen. GameStop don't care; they get sued, whatever, they're gonna die anyway. And what's really making GameStop worry is that the consoles now that supposed to come out this year may come out next year or year after that. So a 2020 launch of the Xbox X Series and PS5 probably won't happen because maybe the coronavirus, maybe because of the certain software issues, maybe certain hardware issues that both companies had to deal with, maybe certain sorts of chips, whatever, graphics cards, whatever, SSD card, whatever the issue is, or just not comfortable releasing it then, whatever the case may be. This is going to finally kill GameStop. If they make it 2 more quarters, I'll be amazed if GameStop makes it 2 more quarters without finally imploding and going down like going down like the Hindenburg and exploding in air and crashing all humanity. Once again, making fun of history. History is very sad. A lot of people died in that thing, but they should have known better because it's hydrogen and lightning storm. They should have known better. But they didn't have weather people like they have nowadays. So whatever, right? That's about it, really, with the situation at hand right now is that GameStop is hemorrhaging money. They're thinking about saving $20 to $30 million with this move. They fire a bunch of district managers, they fire a bunch of people, just like what happened with Lowe's right now. I know I read about Lowe's and what happened to them. Marvin, CEO's name, got rid of a lot of positions. They got rid of department managers before Marvin took over. So I've been told. They brought them back. And they got rid of them again. They got rid of assembly jobs, and they got rid of FSA jobs. All these other different jobs I don't know the means of. But they have made almost $200 million last fiscal year, last quarter. So that company there is growing good. It's going in the right direction. It's going in the right direction, doing what it needs to do. Sometimes, like a steak, you trim the fat off the steak so you eat healthier. Companies trim the fat. What GameStop is doing is slashing their own employees' throats, and throwing them out, in a ditch, and let them die. That's what GameStop is doing. Excuse me. What GameStop is doing. They have not learned their lesson and won't learn a lesson. You know, they were thinking. I know GameStop was thinking. PS5, Xbox One X series comes out. We have maybe a couple months to milk people all they can. New kids get a One X for Christmas, a One X series Christmas. PS5 Christmas this year. They're hoping this year it was, but not going to be right now. I think right now. They're thinking they upsell a bunch of used games. Because GameStop's biggest market is used games. They still push used games. I went to X11 Sango GameStop. I had a thing there. $25 for like a Windows 9 phone. They're trying to sell more trade credit for cash for phones than games. And that's fine though, if it's part of the market that you want to do. GameStop has to do this because they have no our market to go to. They can't do no digital service. They tried to and failed. They tried to do that, rent, we use games for $10 a month. Come in there and get one used game per month, and at the 6 months, $60 you keep that game. So essentially, they made more money off you. That one used game cost $10 or $5 you kept. They made $60 off you. So they made a profit of $55. So including tax, about $60. So that rent anywhere, or what he called it thing, was a good move. It could have been a good move if they played it properly. Say you rent two, and you buy two, you get one, rental for free, whatever nonsense. Of course, on the cheap stuff, obviously. And then you can rent two for $20 a month. 24, 60, 800. And in 6 months, like what, $100 or so? They're making more money off suckers like that. But GameStop was hoping that when the new consoles came out this year, they were hoping for it, that it would have driven up pre-orders for the new systems. Of course, biggest thing, driven up maybe some trade-ins from One X trade-ins to Xbox One X and One S, PS4, PS4 Pro, original base Xbox One, and maybe even now I'm gonna trade in my all my systems at One X. Trade in my Switch or whatever. You know what I mean? So that there too was interesting too. People, the games I was trying to do, and no, I'm not no one ain't for sure, but hypothetically doing. If that were there, they would have kept them afloat a little longer. Then also use games because everybody knew that GameStop breathed sigh of relief when they realized the PS5 and the X series are going to have disc drives, and of course they're both going to have Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD players installed. So GameStop could have got some some old DVDs like Walmart used to do, and sell Blu-ray 4K DVDs. But they don't do that anymore. They used to many years ago, and they made it pretty popular too. You buy a bunch of games and you get a movie for for $2.99. Whatever, a bunch of games, whatever that. So everybody wins practically. What done GameStop in was getting that cell phone market they had. Simple cell phone, whatever you call it, what the hell it's called. Who cares, right? And they sold it off, and still in the red ink from day one. They should have stayed with games. They should have maybe made more like Microsoft Store places. Like you come in there, you play games, you sit back. They even have a little coffee and popcorn area, coffee, espresso, milk, whatever like that, juice area, and you can sell snacks, sell candy bars and shit. Make even more money off it. And all people like that. But no, what GameStop do? They buy a cell phone company and then no do a damn thing for them. They shut down GameStop stores, put cell phone companies instead, and they still shut it down anyway. And they try to sell it off and losing the money. And of course, the GameStop is licking their chops, hoping for this next generation, but it's going to be pushed back. Most definitely pushed back now. With coronavirus, with many soft hardware issues, maybe not getting enough parts in needed, whatever it is, GameStop is doomed to fail. They're on a path of volley. They are going to fail. It doesn't matter if, it's when. They have already said, the death warrant has already been signed. Their execution date's coming up soon. And whatever that is will be the final linchpin that finally just goes right through them. Try and be careful, you guys understand. The biggest thing to GameStop, the damage GameStop, was not this. Was not it was not Walmart. It was not Best Buy. It sure hell wasn't Kmart or Sears or Toys R Us or any other company there or Target. The biggest thing that is damaging GameStop right now, the most biggest thing that I researched over a year, and I talked to people and former employees and current employees, and I asked questions to customers who go in there. The biggest thing that destroyed this company is multiple layers. You even heard us saying it's never just one thing. It's never just one thing that destroys anything. Hindenburg didn't fall out of the sky and burst into flames on its own. It was built with crappy, balloon tarp that was, very static friendly, and they use, helium or hydrogen. I think it was helium gas instead of using whatever they should have used. And they shouldn't go on your electric storm that caused spark and bursting the flames and crashing into the ground. There's never just one thing that caused Titanic sink either. There's never one thing that caused Sears Restaurant go out of business. Never one thing. If you think, oh my God, one thing, no, it wasn't ET that caused the crash. There's too many consoles and too many options and a lot of piss poor games out there. It wasn't just one thing. And GameStop is not going to be the same thing. Well, one thing killed. No, multiple kills it. And here, what really killed GameStop? You want to know? Are you guys clamoring, freaking out? Probably not. But the biggest thing killed GameStop here is like my top 3 or 5 reasons GameStop has failed. It's reason one, they didn't stay concurrent. GameStop was not doing anything other than the same shit they've been doing for the last 10 years. Number two, GameStop didn't bother to treat their employees with respect and treat their customers with respect. They think we're a bunch of damn school pigeons with money and wallets and ATM machines that dole out cash in a moment's notice. 3, they had their employees harass us constantly all damn day long, wondering why I buy a fucking damn stupid book. Yeah, I'll buy a damn magazine and I'll beat the shit out of you with it, employee. That's what people want to do, but you can't. Number 4, the fact of the matter is that GameStop did not pay attention to the changing of the times, did not try to relevant themselves. They tried different things and they let it disappear. They tried the elite program. Great thing, $20, $30 a year, you get 20% off a game. Fine. You make a 5% off new games as well too. That's even better. 10% off new games, 20% off new games. So when PS5 comes out and Xbox One X Series comes out, I go there with my damn Elite Pro card and flip it down and buy a bunch of used damn games. And you charge me $100 something, I say 20% of that. Number 5, the biggest thing that killed them that GameStop knew was coming was digital distribution and other ways to buy games. I mentioned Walmart didn't do them in, but Walmart didn't help them. Amazon was the biggest problem that hurt them. And here's the reason why. Amazon has no employees to talk to. They have a store in Chicago, New York now that sells bread and groceries. You walk in there, your card is at your account activated. You walk in there so you know what you're buying. You scan, so you literally scan it, something, you scan your account and you leave in your account on your card and it gets billed. Your account gets billed. Amazon account gets billed. No employees there just to hand you a basket or smile at you or something. That's what Amazon has done to Walmart. And look at Walmart. Walmart's literally running tooth and nail, running firefights, swords, tanks, nuclear weapons, trying to stay afloat because Amazon's coming after them. And the Home Depot and Lowe's don't pay attention. Amazon will start selling lumber by truckloads. You don't think Jeff Bezos is going to pick up the phone? Hey, I want to buy a lumber yard. He may. Now he practically owns everything else in the world, the richest man on the planet. So what's to say that he can't pick up a lumber yard and own it, and own a couple of yard or a milk plant or whatever processing center? There is no such thing as that. People do stuff like that. It happens all the time. Happened now. He started in 1999, putting books into a box and shipping them. Now he's a multi-billion, almost trillionaire with his unsafe work conditions. I heard, but making hundreds of millions of dollars a damn probably hour. You know, you want 2 days shipping. Guess what? Some poor kid has to kill himself to put it in a box. But this is what happens, and even something like some games can be delivered that same day. If you're close enough to it. So you have to understand that's what GameStop is going up against. And GameStop knew this shit. GameStop is stupid. Okay, they're run by a bunch of rich morons who care more about the golden parachute they're going to get than the employees who are busting their ass, going by themselves, opening a store by themselves with maybe 3 hours sleep because GameStop has to have a wild hair up their ass to open up early on Sunday or whatever the hell it is and work on Black Friday. I guarantee you, working Thanksgiving didn't do a damn thing for me, I guarantee you. If we find out the damn freaking sales they had from last Black Friday, it probably would be a damn. Yeah, they probably sold a couple hundred grand of consoles and games, but they probably made about $20,000 to $30,000 on that deal, probably. Now maybe a couple million altogether if you round up all the stores, but still not enough money to get them out. GameStop is dead, folks. They're on life support. I say pull that son of a bitch out and let them go flatline because obviously they need to die. Because what they have done for the last 5 years is piss away every opportunity they had. They didn't do a damn thing that we said, I said, you said, anybody said they should do. They don't listen to us. They don't think we're damn human ATM machine to dole out money in a moment's notice to buy a game. They don't give a damn about anybody else, give a damn about employees, the customers, or anyone themselves. They're fire a bunch of people who've been in the company 10 years. And I want to be those gung ho, ball slobbering freaking damn GameStop. Well, I like my job because it's it. No, you are an idiot because you're going down with the Hindenburg. And when you crash on the ground and you have no job and you go work at Walmart pushing carts for the rest of your life, you should have realized, you know what? I should have done something else. So if you're a GameStop employee and you've been there for 10 years, start typing that resume up because you're probably going to be called in the office and hit the road, Jack. That is probably what's going to happen. To have a lot of people right now. And, and GameStop is literally dead. They're approaching brain dead status. And they can't pull up. They already made contact with the ground, almost the ground. They're going to crash, but it's going to be a fireball explosion. when they liquidate all their assets, no liquidation begins. It's going to be brutal. Employees, people are coming there and going to just ripping them off, taking stuff for nothing. Game's not going to sell crap cheap, I guarantee you. And the vultures come out. The people who wait for companies like Toys R Us went out of business, right? I waited 4 weeks for their game section to go online and go down. It went down 80% one day. All the games were gone, except some Barbie stuff and crap like that. I'm like, damn it. That's how it happens. Now I was gonna go in there and rate it, get 8% off these brand new games. I was gonna buy some games, even if they're terrible at all. Don't care. I'll get them and I'll sell them on eBay, or I'll go to GameStop and trade them and get some cash, or maybe just give them to a friend or whatever. A friend's kid. And I was gonna give one for a friend's kid for the birthday coming up. It's like a Lego game, or whatever it was. I don't think he had it that back then. But who cares, right? So whatever. But that's what happens. It happened with Radio Shack, Circuit City, Toys R Us. It's going to happen with GameStop. It's going to be a damn freaking nightmare. It's going to be like zombies running there, ripping stuff apart. It's going to be a bum rush of zombies running there called, going out of business sale jackals. Going to be running. They get more business than that month or two when they're filing for bankruptcy and liquidating all their assets than they ever had probably in the last 2 or 3 years. It's gonna be brutal because what's gonna happen? They're probably gonna sell hundreds of thousands and thousands of dollars of stuff, be open probably all night long, all day long, probably 24 hours, probably get rid of it. And once that thing's sold, boom, they're done. A lot of employees may just not come back. A lot of employees might do it only get maybe some severance if they get severance anyway. The game right now is telling people to go home. They're firing them, and they get no severance package. So that's why my 5 reasons are up there. Where they didn't fail at the time. They didn't know they failed to go with the times. They treated employees like garbage. They treated customers like their ATM machines. And number three as well, they told employees to harass and stalk us practically all day long. You know, you know, we don't want stupid lame ass garbage. You knew, D&D, digital distribution is coming in effect. You knew it was coming down the pike. You didn't bother to try anything new. You did the same old, we're going to sweep it on the rug and hope for the best kind of thing. Now, with the consoles coming out late 2020 or early spring 2021, I guarantee you in the next 2 quarters, I guarantee you GameStop and Fox News, CNN saying, file Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Liquidation has ended, has started. Vultures come get it. And that's what's going to happen. And vultures are going to come and just devour the carcass of GameStop. What happens? Every person, including myself, will run to a store going out of business to find the best deal you can. It's not always good to do that, but you know what? The company had all these chances, like Toys R Us and Sears and Radio Shack, Circuit City, to to play by the rules and treat customers, employees like people instead of like damn ATM machines or field hands. They treated the GameStop employees like field hands and treat the customer, like I said, like an ATM that doles out money every time they say money and trying to upsell you crap you don't need. Now, if I want to buy a damn magazine, I go to the store and buy a magazine, or I go online and get a magazine subscription. I don't need GameStop magazine because it's all paid employees from GameStop rating games. Oh, this game is great. Halo's great. Call of Duty's bad. Call of Duty great. Killzone 3 is bad, or whatever. It's all opinionated. It's not based upon real factual understanding, like back in the old times, different places were. Nothing Polygon and the rest of them, we're not, and Ridiculous, say Alpha Mega Sin, Fantavision, or Camelot don't have the same opinions. I have the same opinions too about games too, also. But I'm not a publisher who has hundreds of millions of dollars at disposal. I don't have a team of people working like hell for me, to make money. So guys, really, GameStop has done it to itself. I have no pity whatsoever for the GameStop employee. Well, I do employees, but by this point in time now, you known that the company is going down. If you're a store leader and you're gonna sit there and play taps while ship's going down, shame on you for being a jackass. If you're an employee who's like been there for 6 months, you know what? Pick the hell of a time to get a job that's going. That's kind of shit that's sinking. But it would be a good experience for you to apply at Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, and get the hell out of there. Because and also distribution jobs too are going to go away. So anything, the GameStop distribution, no. When the game that goes down, all of them go down. So if you're working in a distribution center, the GameStop distribution center, you're going to go out of business too. You're going to be out of a job as well. Now, third party might buy you guys up. I doubtful. I would hope they would have bought them out. Somebody would have bought them out. The guy that bought Hot Topic was going to buy GameStop but backed out of it for some reason. Even in rumored one time the Walton family was looking at one time. This is rumored. Can you imagine GameStop being owned by Walmart? Then again, have Amazon. Amazon probably looked at them probably too, and wonder, what? We get these small buildings here and put our stuff in it. It's just the same thing. It's just, but then again, it'll defeat Amazon from being a non-brick and mortar store. So I can see why they wouldn't do it. and I made the comment about Apple or Sony or Microsoft owning them, excuse me, and turning them into Microsoft, Apple, or PlayStation, or Sony stores, and just selling PlayStation 4s or Nintendo shops, Nintendo stores. Have seen one of those sell in a long time, where it just sells nothing but Nintendo stuff, switches and lights and crap like that, and garbage, other garbage, the stuff like that. Stuff like that. It could happen, maybe. You might have a party, you might have a company. You know what? Microsoft says, you know what? We're going to buy all the GameStops out. We're going to turn them all Microsoft stores. Then you save everybody, those people who've been there for a while. You give them job, you give them positions in the company, corporate or store level. Distribution centers will change probably to a more Microsoft type of thing. Of course, all their crap will go away. I could see it happening. I could see, the big three or four I mentioned buying them. Apple buying them, Nintendo buying them, Sony buying them, or even Microsoft buying them. Amazon wouldn't think because they want brick and mortar stores. They want brick and mortar. They want to stay at the entity as they are. But I can see something like a Walmart, not Walmart, but a Microsoft, a Sony, Nintendo, or even Apple buying them out at the very end. It could happen. You could see, waiting last minute, buy them, and they give the app, Microsoft make it rain, micro dollars, and buy up like $1 million, whatever. Once again, just hypothetically, and they turn all the stores into Microsoft stores and shut some down that are close to each other. Maybe if one's like 10 miles away, they ain't doing too well in a good area, they'll probably shut that down. Or may turn it into a drop off area for your stuff or whatever. Come with your having the MacBook One, I think working. Okay, we'll go ahead and swap it out for you. I'll go ahead and send it off and get repaired. So you ain't gonna run to the post office, run to the Microsoft store. The only one close to me is in Nashville. In the middle of Nashville, actually. So that there will be a good thing to have. Like I said before, as well as an Apple store, or even a Nintendo store, or a Sony store. Can you imagine having a Sony store where you live at with the PS4 stuff there? Send it off, and PS4 ain't working. Send it off, whatever. It's a warranty, so you can get a new one. Of course, it'll kind of defeat having on a Best Buy or Walmart for the systems. It'll help. It'll lose some business, but not a lot of those companies. They'll still manage to be around because people still buy it from the companies. Because you're gonna buy milk and eggs. You're not gonna put in the cart and drive over to Microsoft store. You're gonna buy an Xbox right at that electronic place. Very simple for you. Buying milk and eggs in a Microsoft product. You're not gonna buy milk and eggs in the car and drive 2 miles that way. Now you're gonna do it right then and there. So that there will be good for them too, because they're gonna make more money on the side too anyway, and even have an online distribution of their products too as well. So I can see Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, or Apple buying them out. Buying the carcass out, tearing it apart and saying, "Hey, this is Apple stores now, or Microsoft stores, Sony stores, or PlayStation stores, or Nintendo stores." Have a guy wearing, have a guy wearing, Nintendo, it's me, Mario shirt, whatever, and selling a bunch of Switch stuff. It could happen. It may happen. That there is a good possibility. Because GameStop has a lot of places that you can turn into, those kind of places I mentioned, and it'll be hard to do. Just uproot some employees who are not really, up to snuff with gaming. Maybe they have a lot of problem distribution, a lot of problem with, with authority, or whatever. You can get rid of those guys. Keep the managers there. Like, well, I'm gonna do with you, Mr. Manager. So I love to continue my career with you. Be kissing up to the people, and of course, maybe transition over to Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony, or Apple. But it may not happen. It's just my scenario. If I owned a company like that, if I owned Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony, or Microsoft or Apple, or like that, I would consider buying it. I would consider buying them out. Like $1 billion flat rate, $1-2 billion flat rate, and you get them out of the way. GameStop is gone. I own everything, and turn them into the company I own. Like maybe drop off points, or maybe close to Nashville or close to the interstate. You can make them more like a drop off point. I want to drop this off, get it prepared, and then send it out, get box, boom. Or I want I want to buy an Xbox S series or PlayStation 5 or whatever the hell it is, or a new iPhone, whatever. You go in there and buy it there. You don't have to drive up to Nashville at all, or Chattanooga or Detroit, Michigan, or where the hell you're from. Well, I don't know what the hell we're all from. That could happen because it has happened before with some companies. Not a lot, um, but I think Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo could do it. Apple probably. They could probably turn into Apple stores. You have one in the Government Square Mall. You have one next to 11. You might have one in Fort Campbell. Yeah, you probably have to cut maybe one of those down. Get one of those stores, and sorry guys, we're cutting you down. We'll give positions over in these two areas. And there's one game something for Campbell that pays more money because it's certified as a government job. It's a federal job. There's a GameStop in Fort Campbell. People make about $12 an hour starting out. That's a lot of money for a GameStop employee making brand new to the company. Can you imagine in an Apple Microsoft store in there? Be good money for them. But also help them out because people want to get off Fort Campbell to run around Clarksville or whatever, in the military post you have in your military area in your town. So they can stay there, So that's what I think may happen. It probably won't happen. No. Will it happen? Probably not. It'd be a bunch of empty building that maybe somebody will probably put an arcade there or something in there maybe, and an 80s retro arcade place, probably. But I'm hoping that they get bought out by a company like the companies I mentioned. They get bought out and turned into something like that, where the consumer now can go to a Microsoft store, Sony store, Nintendo, or Apple store and get stuff done locally instead of driving half to the major next city to get one done. That way, they keep their revenue up. It costs me a couple $100 million to $1 billion to buy them. I mean, change them around probably cost nothing at all, really, probably. It may cost 10, 20 grand to change them all around, maybe per store, of course. And they'll probably shut down more stores anyway. And or make them, make them like maybe repair only places or whatever. Whatever it could be. But most of them will probably be places you can buy and also send off for repair. So why you gonna make only one area to do that? So I think it'd be a good idea if they did that, but I don't think they will. I don't think that they will purchase them because GameStop is dead in the water. They don't want to have to deal with all that debt, the company I mentioned, and maybe they want to have another brick and mortar area. But then again, a popular area like Clarksville is, in the mall area, and also X11 is pretty popular. I see myself going to X4 to buy a new Xbox from Microsoft store or Sony PlayStation or Sony store or an Apple or even a Nintendo product. So I can see it. I can envision it, see it happen. But no, I don't own those companies. If I did, I'll be, hey, call GameStop right now and make them an offer, and the employees want to leave and not work for me, then I'll give them a severance package. If you want to stay, they'll be winning. That's how I would do it. They work for me. You want to go into something different? I'll give you a severance package for years service. 20 grand, maybe 10 grand, whatever. But see, that's one thing about I don't think that the company will do. So. But yeah, it's a good thought to have. But yeah, guys, GameStop is pretty much dead in the water. Manager being fired, and really, it's panicking setting in because now the console that they wanted to do, the consoles coming out now are not going to be out there. So as India, it's a video almost about 40 minutes long. Three guys are rambling on. I wasn't trying to, but I want to get my thoughts out with this company. I thought that may buy them out and just change them over to their stores. Scroll on down there, leave a comment. When you're down there, the thumbs up, thumbs down. Hit the subscribe button, turn notifications on, ring that bell so you know when videos are available. I appreciate my subscribers, 4 or 5, how many I have. I love all of you. Be safe. Peace out.